all, welcome back to another Adobe After Effects tutorial. This is Taylor and I'll be showing you how to create this neon twirl gradient design in which you can use as a background in an upcoming video project. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alrighty, let's go ahead and open up a new composition. We'll title it Neon Twirl. We'll keep it at 12 seconds in length and click OK. From here we'll add our color palette. Bring our colors into our main comp and then size it down by clicking S on your keyboard. Bring up the scale properties and then bring it down and bring it up to the top. And one other thing that I like to do is lock it in place so that we don't accidentally move it while we're creating our background. Now to create our background, we'll come up here to the shape tool, click and hold, come down to ellipse tool, hold down shift on your keyboard, and drag and create a circle like so. Alright. Go ahead and move the circle up here to the upper left hand corner. And then you can change its fill by coming up to fill and changing it to any one of these colors in our color palette. For now, we'll go ahead and just stick with the first color in our color palette. Next, we'll add our drop shadow effect. Change the shadow color to the same color as in your main circle. Up the opacity to 80%. And distance, we'll go ahead and adjust that somewhere around 150. Okay? And we'll go ahead and make our circle just a little smaller. And about like that. And then from here to create our background, we just simply duplicate our circle. Move it in a random spot and you can adjust its scaling. So it's a little smaller than the one before it. And then with that said, you can also adjust the distance of the drop shadow. Maybe something like that. And change its fill to the next color in your color palette. And just repeat this process until you used up all the colors in your color palette. Alright, so after some adjusting, scaling, and duplicating, here's where we're at. And from here what we can do is unlock our color palette and delete it since we won't need it anymore. Select all of our shape layers and then pre-compose them into one composition by clicking down Ctrl-Shift-C, and we'll go ahead and name our composition shapes. From here we'll add a few more effects, so let's come over here to Effects and Presets. Turbulent Displace will be the first one. Set the amount to 25. And we'll adjust the complexity up to 2. The next effect we'll add will be a directional blur. And then from here, we'll go ahead and start with the value of 400. Now let's see what 500 looks like. Yeah, we'll stick with 500 on that one. And finally, we'll add the twirl effect. And then adjust the angle. Maybe something around 180. And then for the twirl radius, we'll go ahead and increase that, go to 90 on that, okay? All right, now to finish up our background, two things we'll do. First, we'll add a solid color background. So by clicking Ctrl-Y, go background, and then we'll change our color to that of a dark blue. Then bring that beneath your shapes layer. And then we'll come up here to View, click New Viewer, and double click on our shapes composition. So now we can fill up the rest of our composition and see how it's going to turn out in the final composition over here. So by selecting all of our shape layers, we'll go ahead and duplicate, Ctrl-D, and then move them over into our composition to fill up our composition. And then you can adjust your shapes to places where you see fit. You can also adjust their scaling too at this stage as well. And now while we're working on that, this presents a good time for question of the day. What other post-production videos would you like to see me create for you? Please let me know in the comments below and I'd be more than happy to fulfill any requests. Alright, so now that we got our composition filled up, go ahead and select all of our layers. And then we're going to pre-compose all these shapes within our shapes composition, as this will help us to easily animate our end product. So we'll go ahead and Ctrl-Shift-C and we'll name this twirl, click OK. And then from here to move our background, we'll open up the position properties, make a keyframe at the very beginning, click End on your keyboard to go to the very last keyframe, and then move our composition over to the left. About that much. And then we've got this stark line right here. So what we can do here is come over here to Effects and Presets and then look up CC Reptile. Bring that into our layer. Expand right. Like that. And then the tiling will adjust that to unfold. So it just blends in a little easier like that. Then we can go ahead and close up this viewer here. And so now at this point, here's where we're at. From here, let's add one more thing. So let's duplicate our shapes composition. Come down here to toggle switches and modes and adjust the mode of the second shapes layer to classic color dodge. Open up the opacity settings by clicking T on your keyboard and then bring it way down. Say 25%. Once again, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you haven't done so already, please click that red subscribe button and tap the bell so that you can stay notified for all future and upcoming videos. In addition, if you need to spend just a little bit more time here on YouTube, please consider checking out any of these videos off to the side. And from here on out, have a good one.